In this video, we will discuss the second method of adjustment of capital at the time of retirement of partner. The second method is where the total capital of the remaining partners is to be in their new profit sharing ratio. So let's have a look at the steps to be followed in this second method of adjustment of capital. The steps to be followed. First step, we need to calculate the adjusted capitals of the continuing partners. The adjusted capitals is nothing but the balance of capitals after all adjustments with respect to revaluation gain or loss, reserves, accumulated profits and losses, and the goodwill treatment. Step 2 is to ascertain the new capitals of the continuing partners. For this, we need to add up the adjusted capitals of the continuing partners, which we arrived at as per step 1. We need to add up the adjusted capitals of the continuing partners and divide this in the NPSR of the continuing partners. This will give us the new capitals of the continuing partners. The step 3 is to compare the adjusted capitals arrived as per step 1 with the new capitals, which is the answer of step 2. Where the adjusted capital is greater than the new capital, we need to pass the following entry for the difference amount. Partners capital account debit to bank or partners current account. Where cash is being withdrawn, we'll credit bank account. If adjustment is to be made through current accounts, we will credit the partner's current account. Where the adjusted capital is less than the new capital, we need to pass the following entry for the difference amount. Debit the bank account or partner's current account depending on whether cash is being brought in or adjustment is being made through partner's current accounts, and we will credit the partner's capital accounts. So these are the 3 steps to be followed in this second method of adjustment of capital at the time of retirement of partner. We will continue with a very small example sum which will help us learn the concept better. Example sum. X, Y and Z were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. Y retired on 1st April 2019. On that date, the capitals of X, Y and Z after all adjustments stood at rupees 65,800, rupees 57,225 and rupees 33,800 respectively. Capital of the newly constituted firm will be readjusted by bringing in or paying cash so that the future capitals of X and Z will be in their future profit sharing ratio. Calculate the amount to be paid or to be brought by the remaining partners and pass the necessary journal entries. So this statement saying that the capital of the newly constituted firm will be readjusted by bringing in or paying cash so that the future capitals of X and Z will be in their future profit sharing ratio. So it tells us that it's the second method of adjustment of capital where the capitals of the continuing partners should be in the NPSR. Further, in this example sum, we need to make the adjustment through cash because it says by bringing in or paying cash. So let's go ahead with the working notes first. Working notes. Step 1. The adjusted capitals. Of continuing partners X and Z. As per the sum, it says on that date the capitals of X, Y and Z after all adjustments stood at rupees 65,800. So in the case of X, the adjusted capital is rupees 65,800. And in the case of Z, it is rupees 33,800 rupees. Next step, we need to add up the adjusted capitals of X and Z. So total adjusted capitals of X plus Z is equal to 65,800 plus 33,800. So this is equal to 99,600 rupees. We need to divide this in NPSR. As per the problem, the old profit sharing ratio between X, Y and Z is equal to 4:3:2. Y is a partner who retires. There is no mention about the gaining ratio or the NPSR. So we can assume that the NPSR is equal to the OR between X and Z, which in this case is 4:2, or which can be simplified as 2:1. So we get the new capitals of X as the total adjusted capitals, which is 99,600 multiplied by 2 divided by 3. This comes up to rupees 66,400 rupees. And the new capitals of partner Z is equal to 99,600, which is the total of the adjusted capitals, into the NPSR of partner Z, which is 1 divided by 3, which is equal to rupees 33,200. Now the step 3 is to compare adjusted capitals and new capitals. In the case of X, the adjusted capital is 65,800 rupees, whereas the new capital is 66,400 rupees. So X has to bring in cash of the amount equal to difference, which is rupees 600. And in the case of Z, the adjusted capital is 33,800 rupees and the new capital is 33,200 rupees. So Z has to withdraw cash of amount equal to difference, which is rupees 600. So let's pass the journal entries. We have date, particulars, LF number, debit rupees and credit rupees. The date of retirement of partner Y, 1st April 2019. X has to bring in cash, so bank account debit. To X's capital account. Cash brought in by partner X is 600 rupees. Narration being cash brought in by partner X. Same date, 1st April 2019, Z has to withdraw cash. So it's Z's capital account debit to bank account 600 rupees being cash withdrawn by partner Z. So these are the two journal entries answered to this example sum.